Because when I look at you, most of my face will be hidden.
Oh yeah. What about mine?
Oh
no.
What?
I need to fix this.
Frank, it's on both sides. No, it's on both sides.
I want to fix it.
No, Frank, nobody's gonna see it. I'm gonna zoom up on it. It's on both sides anyways.
Oh heck no, you ain't.
I'm just giving you guys a heads up right now. Frank is super nervous, so give him a little slack.
Oh, really? I shouldn't shave?
Huh?
I shouldn't shave?
Your mustache?
See, okay. I look so much better.
You do.
Huh?
You do.
Do I really?
Should I tell everybody that you shaved just for that?
Yeah.
Should I?
I feel like he got rid of his creeper stash for everybody here.
Did you really get her under your ear?
I really went around my ear as well.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to finally do a waited video introducing my mystery man to you guys. Here's Frank.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
You're a little nervous.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
anymore.
Okay.
Actually, you're not
Actually,
anymore.
not after. Not anymore. But I was like really nervous to do all of this.
I know you were. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask any questions that you have for Frank because I wanted you guys to get to know him. I know you guys have seen him on social media. I did my life update telling you guys about him and how I met somebody, and just kind of wanted to ease him into my channel and for you guys to get to know him because you're still very mysterious.
I am very mysterious, and I will stay mysterious.
You're mysterious? No, you'll get to know him a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll get to know everybody just a little bit more, but
yeah.
And y'all will get to know me a little bit more.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So I'm not gonna make this intro really long like I always do in all my other videos. I'm just gonna jump right into the questions and get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think the #1 question people want to know is how did we meet? Or where, I guess you could say, did we meet?
Where?
Yeah.
Match.
Well, how? Huh?
Match.
Match.com. Do you want to say? Okay, I can tell you my story. I know you just kind of like randomly made your account, right?
Yes.
Yes. Mine wasn't as random. If you guys remember when I went to Charleston, my sister told me that I should get on a dating site, and this is where it comes in where I told you guys I had no intentions of finding anybody or even looking for anybody, but so I made the account, and I even remember I told you about this. It was the weirdest thing ever. So it was my first time being on a dating site, which I remember telling you Danny wanted me to go on Tinder. And just a disclaimer, Danny didn't know that Tinder is basically hookups. Well, you could meet your future soulmate on Tinder. It could happen. It happens. So it was so weird because it felt like I was almost selling myself, and I was like, I don't even know what to put. I'm like, this is so weird. I didn't even think in my description I was like, this is weird or something like that. I had it for like 4 days and I didn't even talk to anybody. I had like so many messages and I never responded to anybody, and then I think right before I was gonna delete it, you messaged me.
And I think it was my first day having Match.
It was your first day? Really?
Yeah.
You like said that you liked me, so I like checked out your profile and everything. I was like, oh, he's cute. He's a firefighter.
Yeah.
And I liked you back. And then
I slid into her DMs.
And then you messaged me. And then I think the next day I gave you my number because I was like, this is so weird. Like, I'd rather just like text than like talk back and forth on
right, just trying to get back on and
I don't know.
Try to talk and carry on
a
a conversation. It's kind of weird.
No, was it weird that I gave you my number so fast?
No.
No.
I don't
know. It was really weird, like talking through.
Pretty good, so.
Yeah, I think we did too. It was weird. And I think from the very beginning, even before I even started texting you, we like pretty much like spilled everything out almost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything had been like put on the table as soon as like we started talking.
Yeah. Oh, wait, should we share a percentage? What was our match?
It was a 93%.
93%.
And then each day we hung out, I think
it went up a little bit more. Oh, another question. How long have we been dating? Or I guess like when we met. It was the beginning of April. So no, I didn't leave Ian for Frank. Just so everybody, just have that out there.
Let's just get that out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't leave my ex for
you.
Yeah.
There was months that went by between both of us. All right, so a lot of people want to know, well, I think a lot of people already know if you follow me on Instagram, but a lot of people want to know, what does he do for a job? And how does he feel about you doing YouTube?
So, for the ones that don't know, I'm a firefighter. I've been doing that since 16 at least. It's probably the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Helping people is just amazing. There's nothing really that I can say that...
Interesting stories, too. I've heard plenty of stories.
That would change my mind about where I'm at. With her doing YouTube...
Which I told you from the very beginning.
Yeah, she told me from the beginning about how everything was and that, like, this was her job, basically. So I'm okay with it. I mean, everybody's got to do something.
Everybody has to do something. What is that supposed to mean?
No, we can fix that one.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I'm a porn star. Well, everybody has to do something. What?
When she told me everything that she'd done and like the videos she made, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, I didn't really say too much about it, but
really
then...
I don't think you really understood.
No, I didn't understand like
the magnitude
of this right here.
Right?
So, like, when we first sat down and started talking about it a little bit more, like one-on-one, it become a lot more clear and a lot more easier for me to like understand. So we kind of talked about that, but I'm happy with it.
And I made sure to warn you about
what
could come being with me.
That happened.
Yeah. A lot of people want to know, have you met the kids yet?
Yes, I have actually met the kids yet.
All of them?
All three of them.
I think I've only posted pictures of you.
Me and Harlow.
That's what's been, I think, the most controversial about our relationship is you meeting the kids so soon. And I told Frank this, and I told, like, you know, friends, like, you could be dating somebody for a year, not introduce them to your kids for a year, and then break up the next month. And in my case, I think I had saw you 3 separate times. 3 or 4 separate times.
I think it was almost 4. I think it was 4.
4. It was about to be 4, because I remember it was that night. And before he met Nolan. Was the first one. So for one, I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, and meeting someone, I'm like, how else are we going to even hang out or anything? I'm with my kids all the time. And for 2, like I just said, the time, for me, in my personal opinion, there's no time frame. I think you kind of have to go off of instinct and what feels right. And in that moment, everything felt right. Well, everything so far has felt right.
Felt really, really good.
Yeah.
Because like we had even talked about it, about how like when to meet the kids and when not to meet the kids, and when was a good time.
That was what I was really worried about.
And then like I never really pushed her to see them, and then when it happened, it just kind of happened.
It kind of happened. And I remember asking, like, from the very beginning, I was like, how do you feel about me having 3 kids? Because that's what was the weird thing about going on dates. I'm like, nobody's gonna want me. And I wasn't even really looking for anybody either. It was just kind of like, well, F it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Wait, I want to know, like, what was your first thought when you saw, like, me and the 3 kids?
You and your kids, you and your kids. Like, my first initial reaction was like, oh, they're adorable. And then, like, I was kind of thinking to myself, okay, I mean, kids are like what comes along with a lot of people now. A lot of people do have kids, and
very true.
Like, I know a lot of my friends have kids now that have gone on to be single and then gone on to meet somebody that they really love. So I mean, it's kind of out there. People do it all the time, and it doesn't bother me really.
I think the kids, they definitely adore you. I have so many pictures of you and the kids on my phone that I've taken.
So she sneaks and takes pictures of us.
Maybe I'll go ahead and put them over this, like a whole bunch of pictures. Also, another thing, because we talked about, like, obviously introducing you to the kids. Well, we introduced you first as my friend.
Yes.
I think that was important.
Made that very clear as well.
Another thing, I put it this way, everybody's a stranger to my kid initially when they meet them. Like, if I meet a friend, they're a stranger. Heck, some of even my family members are still strangers to my kids. Like, they're like, wait, who are you? I introduced him as a friend first, and I think we've already had the conversation that, look, Frank is not your dad.
Right.
He's not going to replace Ian. Nothing like that. He's just here to be a role model.
And supportive.
Supportive. Someone to talk to, and not to replace Ian in any kind of way.
No, definitely not. Because Ian's their father, regardless of anything, regardless of how long, like, I'm around them. Like,
right.
So a lot of you have asked if I have met Ian, and no, I have not.
But he does know about Frank.
Yeah, but he does know about me.
A lot of people are wondering, what was the kid's first reaction to your new boyfriend? I remember Nolan immediately came up and gave you a hug. Do you remember that? Which is really weird because he has stranger danger, but he immediately came up and gave you a hug.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then you guys like put my flowers
Yes, because we actually fixed your flowers that I had brought, and he was just like, "Thanks, Frank," and like, "Give me a hug," and he was on his way. So that was pretty nice.
I can't remember the first time that you guys met. You have to refresh
I think Harlow had a little bit of stranger danger.
I think she did a little bit.
But it was okay. Towards the end of the day, it was okay. She had kind of come around a little bit.
Was it the day we went to the park?
It was the day we went to the park.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
I think she after you pushed her on the swing.
Yeah,
and
after
then
we went to the swing, she was like, "All right, I can kind of be around this guy."
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, and then Aria's just like bubbly
She's
and
very
outgoing
go
with
the flow.
everybody, so like everybody is her best friend. So as soon as
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So she just was like, "Oh, we're just gonna be friends now," and just like talk. So that's kind of how their reactions. But yeah, I was actually really surprised by Nolan's reaction. Like he immediately gave you a hug.
I was too. It was very shocking.
Yeah. Oh, should we talk about our first date?
Maggiano's?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So.
And how you forgot my cheesecake.
Yeah, here we go. So no. This is
you guys lied.
Oh yeah. So the first date that we went on, I actually come and picked her up
with your bright yellow shirt.
with my bright yellow shirt, looking awesome as crap.
I love it.
And so I told her it was kind of a surprise about where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got here, I was like, all right, so we're going to Maggiano's, and I actually brought her some flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we get there, we eat. It's like a really nice restaurant in Charlotte, and
it was delicious.
It's some very good Italian food.
It's really good.
And so we finished up with dinner, and we go right across to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, I'm sitting there, I'm marveling over every bit of this cheesecake.
Well, first, I ordered cheesecake because I told you I'm going to order cheesecake for my family because they were watching the kids, my mom and my grandma. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get them cheesecake and bring it home. And I guess you thought that I had ordered myself, so you just got yourself
So I went through the
cheesecake.
line and got myself some Oreo cheesecake. And then when I got to the end, Brittany looked at me and was like, "Where's my cheesecake?"
Well, because you asked me which one.
Because I asked her which one she wanted. And then
okay, I didn't say, "Where's my
cheesecake?"
cheesecake?" I wasn't like,
"Where's my cheesecake?"
I didn't say, "Where's my cheesecake?" I did not say that.
So
I don't know what I said, but I something.
Where's my cheesecake? So,
have you seen that meme? Where's the pizza? Have you seen that? Yes. Where's my cheesecake?
So I went back through the line and got her another piece of cheesecake because I felt horrible as she stood there. It was also raining that day.
Yeah, it was.
So we braved the elements and was walking back to the car, got soaking wet.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because somebody wasn't able to walk very fast because she was in heels.
I ran a little bit.
But then we ended up going to the airport overlook for a little bit, but then...
then we ate our cheesecake
Yes, we ate our cheesecake there, and I think we watched like 2 or 3 planes take off.
You couldn't really see it, it was raining.
You couldn't see anything. I think it was actually on a weather delay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there wasn't much planes there anyway.
There wasn't that much action going on, so we just kind of come back to the apartment and called it a night.
And then that was the night that you met Nolan.
That is the night that I met Nolan.
A lot of people were asking, does he have any kids?
No, I do not have any kids.
Yeah, that was the one thing when I first started dating. I wasn't even thinking about dating. That's the thing. I even told all my friends, I'm just gonna be single forever. I'm just gonna be single. And I was like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll meet somebody with kids already. Maybe it will work. I don't know.
And then here I am.
I know, no kids.
No kids.
Yeah.
Just a dog.
Yeah, just your dog. What was it like for him to get in a relationship with a woman with kids?
It was a bit different because I kind of had to realize what all was going on and try to adjust my schedule and her schedule to where we were actually spending time with each other and able to talk with each other. Because there was a lot of times when we first started talking that Brittany would just go off the map for a little while.
I do that in general, actually. I just do that in general. You're like, is she going to text me back?
Yeah, is she going to text me back? What's she doing? And it kind of have you a little on the edge, but then you'd get a text message later in the afternoon saying, "Oh my gosh, you would never believe the day I just had."
Yeah, I'm telling you all about it. I think I kind of prepared you a little bit for whenever
and
you
so
did.
Now, I don't really see it as anything other than us being in a relationship. The kids are a part of it. I will say, with my schedule, my work schedule, and then with her schedule, everything has kind of lined up a lot better than what we had originally thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we've actually been able to spend a lot of time together.
Ooh, was firefighting always my dream job? Ooh, unfortunately no. So up until like end of high school, I actually wanted to be a cop.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
And then so my family history is in the fire department. And then once I started going to the classes and going to the calls and running into fires, it changed my mind drastically, and I was hooked from the beginning. And then I changed my job perspective. I got a job in the fire service, and I've never looked back.
Well, someone actually just asked me, like, are you nervous about him being a firefighter?
I would say she's nervous.
I am nervous. Well, I'm nervous, but I'm also very accepting too. Would you say?
Yes.
Like, I was very accepting at first. Yeah, just by some of the stories that you told me.
There's some pretty interesting ones.
Yeah.
Maybe if y'all stick around enough, you might hear some.
Would you share some of your story?
Maybe. It all depends on if I can blurt out enough censorship.
Yeah. Well, like for example, then you got burnt on your ear a couple weeks ago. But it like left a blister, and I was like.
But it's no big deal. Stuff happens.
Oh, what qualities in you does he admire the most? What qualities?
Qualities. I would say honesty is the biggest one. She's probably the most honest person that I've come across in a long time. She's sometimes like brutally honest, but it's okay. Like I've learned to accept her like brutalness at some point. That's gonna get the haters started.
Oh, Britney's a liar. She lies about everything.
Yeah, so what's your favorite quality that you have of me? She has none?
Thoughtfulness. Very
I
thoughtful.
can see it.
Very thoughtful. Yeah. Or no, attentive. Very attentive too. Yeah.
I like that one. That was pretty good.
I like that. So I give you 2.
Yes.
How have you adjusted to me having 3 kids and being around them?
I think I've adjusted really well.
Actually, you really have. You really have.
I've learned a lot about myself as well.
Have you?
Patience is one of them.
Patience, yeah, I know. And I made sure to tell them, like, don't let the kids walk all over you. You can tell them no.
Tell them no.
You can tell them no. How much does he work out?
Okay, so that's actually
how much do you work out?
So I actually do work out quite often, probably 3 or 4 times a week for about 2 hours.
2 hours? I didn't know it was 2 hours.
Yeah, so we do a lot of CrossFit and a lot of weight training combined. So we do both at the fire stations, and I don't know, it takes quite a while, and sometimes we get the workout through without having a call. Most of the times we get interrupted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we do a lot of running, a lot of exercising.
Kind of have to.
A lot of free weights, a lot of body weight.
Kind of have to.
Kind of have to.
Oh, has he met your family yet?
Yes.
Some of it.
Some of it. Not all of it. Just a small, very small portion of her family that's here.
My mom and my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
You FaceTime with my sister.
I did.
I don't know if you've talked to my dad yet.
No, I don't think so.
And I've talked to your mom a little bit, but I've yet to meet your mom and the rest of your family.
Yes.
But that's coming soon.
Yes.
Oh, you've met my friends.
Yes, I have met her.
Friends. You've
Very,
met Danny.
Danny
and Vanessa. Is that it? Is that all you've met?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That's pretty much my life right there. Like that's my life. All right. So another question is: are you living together?
No.
No.
What does that say?
Are you in love with me?
Absolutely.
Not. Oh, what are his views on your decision to make everything in your life public? Okay, well, first of all, I don't make everything in my life public. You know this. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of private things that go on that you
things.
guys have no idea about.
If I can remember, he was the one that was pushing for our relationship to go public.
So I had said that she should just go ahead and do it because we had planned to just get it out there that we were together.
Honestly, it was so hard to hide him too. Like it was.
Because I would catch her trying to like sneak peek a picture over there all the time.
I know.
So.
Well, even when we like have outings and go out with the kids, and like I gotta make sure not to show anything or make sure. So that was.
So I kind of talked her into just saying, you know what?
Just post the picture.
Just post the picture.
They're gonna know anyways, but on my side, I was wanting to protect our relationship longer because I knew as soon as we went public, like it was gonna be. I was about to say storm, no joke. I knew that it was just going to blow up, and I was right.
It did.
a lot. More than I even probably expected. But still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
Will he be in future videos? Will he?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
I might be clippets.
A prop.
A prop.
So yes, they'll see you in future videos.
Yeah, you will.
But we don't know like how involved.
How much.
Yeah, how involved.
Favorite memories together
so far.
So the second time we went to the Overlook, we actually got to sit there and talk a whole lot about like where we wanted to see our relationship go, and
we talked about that in the very beginning too.
We talked about it then, but
very early on.
Yes, very early on. And we had talked quite a bit previously about what we wanted to do with our relationship and where was it going to go. I don't know. It was just nice.
Well, I remember very early on, because I even told him, I'm like, especially with 3 kids, I'm like, I don't want to, it's going to sound really blunt, but I was like, I don't want to waste my time. So I was like, I think you actually asked me first where you wanted this to go.
Yeah, because I wanted to see where your head was at before.
Yeah, and it's so weird, and a lot of people might not get this, and some people might get this, but it was like an instant connection. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
No, it was definitely like instant connection. And like I said before, like everything up till now has felt right, and I wouldn't have done it unless it felt right. I'll put it this way. When we had that conversation, I think we made it very clear, like we weren't going to continue unless we saw each other together in the future. So I'll put it that way. Right? That's the best way.
That's a very good way to put it. That is a very good way to put it.
Because I was like, I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time either. No. I don't want to play any games. So, and it wasn't like you got to decide right now if we're going to be together or not be together. I think we just like made it very clear like what our intentions were, which I think is smart to do, and I think it's smart that we put everything on the table first, because I was like, okay, I have 3 kids out here, I'm gonna put that I'm on YouTube, I'm gonna put that my life is crazy sometimes, and if you still stick around, then you're the one.
Yeah. Right. That's exactly what she said, almost to the T.
Pretty much.
But I will say, I have never met somebody that I've played rock, paper, scissors with at least 15 times.
That's not true. Not 15 times.
And we did the same exact thing.
Oh my gosh, no, that did happen today. That did happen.
Like every time I would put a rock, she put a rock. Every time it was a scissor, it was a scissor.
We also like think very alike too, which is really weird. Like we have a lot. Well, there's a lot of things that we don't agree on.
There's a lot of things we don't agree on, but there's also a lot of things that we do.
If we have a lot in common.
Agree on.
93%.
93% of the time. You gotta put that out there.
So I hope you guys were able to learn more about Frank. I don't even think I ever mentioned your name. I just like tagged you on Instagram. No. I don't think, but anyways, this is Frank. Formal introduction. I wanted to do this video and kind of like ease him into my channel, because I didn't want to just go ahead and start vlogging without just throw like, who's that random guy, just to give you guys more of an introduction on who he is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah, thank you for all the questions.
Yeah, thank you for all the questions. And honestly, thank you to everybody who's had really nice, sweet things to say. We've gotten a lot of support. You know, there's been a lot of hateful things said and a lot of just negativity, but all the positivity and just everybody saying really nice things trumps all of that. Like a lot of people just had some really nice things to say. And Frank says thank you for all his Instagram followers. He's like been checking it when I tagged him.
From like 800 to 35, 3600. Appreciate it, everybody.
I know. I was like, when I first tagged him, I was like, please don't hate me.
And then all of a sudden,
like so many, I was like, I can remove the picture. I can take it down.
I was like, it's too late.
It's gonna happen anyway.
It's too late now.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
Are you videoing yet?
Yeah. Why are you looking straight ahead?
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and I will also include the fact that I shaved today. I shaved my mustache off that I had really been working on, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys like the clean shaved face.
He was really proud of it too.
I was.
And he's kind of bummed that he shaved.
I kind of had a little mental breakdown when I was shaving it a little bit ago.
Did you really?
Yeah. We had a moment. We bonded.
A moment. Well, you know what? You have plenty of time to grow it out again.
Oh, yeah.
It was just for the video.
Next video, you guys will see me with like a full mustache, and you're all going to be like, who is this creeper? Get your foot down. Get your foot down. Get your foot down. Get your foot
People
down.
are into that, but look.
What,
all you little
fetishes?
feet fetish people that contact me and email and say you're going to send me money. Here's my foot.